good morning, and welcome to Frank Teaches DevOps. In today's series, I I will be showing us how to back up your MySQL database to Amazon S3 using Bash script. Using Bash scripts. So in our previous series, we showed us how we we containerized our remote host and our instance instance. So if you can see from my screen, I have two dockers. You can two containers, sorry. You can forget about this Jenkins, um, remote host, and this DB instance. Okay, so this is my DB instance, and this is my remote host. You can watch my previous videos on how I implemented these containers using Dockerfile and Docker Compose. So in this series, I will be showing us how we can back up this DB to to Amazon S3 using Bash scripts. All right. So before I do that, I may have to gain access to my remote host. So Docker exec it remote underscore host, and I need bash. Okay, so if you can see from my remote host, I want to access my DB instance. So I'll say my SQL user is root and password is 1234, and the host is DB host. That's the name of the host of my DB host. Okay, so as you see, I'm now inside of my database. So if I say show databases, this is what I'm getting. So I have this database there already. Okay. So if I say use my DB, I have tables in here. Show table, select asterisk from info. Right. So these are the records I have in my table. Okay. So these records back up. I want to back up to my Amazon S3 using batch script. Okay. The other backup we did on my other series was manual backup, right? Where I had to manually run the AWS S3 copy command. Okay. But this time around, I'm going to put all of that in a script. Okay. All right. So I'm going to create that script on that slash temp. So it's empty. Okay. So go into the script, into script.sh. So I will start being bash. And the first thing I need to do, I need to connect to the AWS instance using my access key and my secret key. So I created an I am user on my AWS called Omero, and I'm using that I am users details to access my AWS service. All right, so I did that. So let's go quickly. So I'll export those variables AWS underscore access underscore key underscore ID is equal to a value AWS. Okay, all right, let's get that value. Let's get that value. Here's the value. Copy. All right. Then also export another environment variable, which is AWS underscore secrets underscore access is equal to access key. Um, so let's copy that. Copy, paste, access underscore key. Okay, so once we've gotten gain access to our instance, the next thing we'll do now is let's create out okay or parameters. We shall be using um, variable parameters. Okay, so the first variable will be db underscore um, db underscore hosts. Okay, that should be parameter one. Then db underscore pass, that should be parameter two. Then what else? Okay, we have something called date. So now, okay, before I do dates, I'll come back. Um, is that all? Okay, let's write our MySQL dump script so that we'll know what we're doing. MySQL dump user is root and okay and hosts db name db underscore name. Let's give that parameter 3. Okay, I think that's all. So what we'll do now is host is db underscore host. Then this for parameter 1. Parameter 2, p password is dollar $db underscore pass. Then parameter 3 is db name dollar $db underscore name. So where am I dumping this um backup to? I'm gonna dump it under db underscore back backup.sql. All right, backup.sql. Okay, so once that is done, I'm gonna use AWS S3 copy to upload it to my S3 bucket. So AWS S3 AWS S3. Okay, what am I copying? I'm copying my temp slash db underscore backup dot sql to my S3. So my bucket name is dollar bk underscore name slash db underscore backup dot sql. So here I'm going to define another variable, say bkt underscore name is frank bkt. Okay, so come back bkt bkt. I think that's all. That's all. Escape and let's save and quit. Save and quit. Okay, since I have parameterized my variables, so this is how I'm going to access those variables. So before then, I may have to make this script executable plus x slash temp script. Okay, it's now executable. So the next thing I need to do now is let's check the content of the script, the parameters we've passed. So now I'll now run the script and then I'll give those values. So started with DB host. DB host is DB. That's the name of my host. Then the password is 1234. Then the DB name. DB name is my DB. Okay, and that's all. So if I hit enter, okay, unknown error DB underscore host. Okay, DB underscore host. But this is an empty file. It just uploaded to S3. Um, it was the first parameter. DB. Sorry, dollar. Dollar is supposed to be here. Sorry, apologies, please. Vim script. Vim script. Okay, it's unknown. So it has to be because it's a variable. Dollar underscore yes, yes, yes. I think that should be fine now. So if I should run the script one more time, I should get yeah. So this is the output that is coming. And if I check uh, my directory slash temp, I should see my DB backup, DB underscore backup.sql. So if I go to my S3, S3, where are you? If I go to S3, if I go to S3 now, let's check S3 and see and check the bucket and see if I have a content. So this is bucket name. This is the bucket name and Viola. So we have our first backup already. Now there is a bit challenge. I this bucket was uploaded at 624 624 UTC plus 01. Okay. Now take note of this time 624 and the time now is 625. So if I take another backup, this one I take is going to override the previous one. So I won't know um at what time I'm getting this backup. You know, so my content will keep overriding each other. So if I take another backup again, this backup was taken at 625. So let's go to S3, refresh. If I refresh, so I'm going to see 625, meaning that I can't get the backup content of 624. All right, I'm getting a fresh content, meaning that the backup content of 624 is lost. is already lost. I can't get that backup content. So for me to avoid this, I may have to um, um, add a timestamp to my backup as I take this backup. So all right, so it's going to be in a sequential order, in a time mannered order. So let's modify the script. Go back to your script and let's give it a date. I have a variable called date. So dollar date plus percentage hour, mm-hmm, percentage month, mm-hmm, percentage seconds. Okay, this is a date variable, date variable. So give it a space. So now I'm going to integrate my date variable with my backup. So this will be db underscore backup hyphen dollar date dollar date dot sql. So this will be hyphen uh-huh, dollar date dot sql. So take it like that. So this will be hyphen dollar date dot sql. So let's say if everything works fine, escape, save and quit. So I'll need to take my backup one more time. So I've taken my backup. Can you see now? So my dates are coming now. So this backup is taken at okay, this is the system date and time. All right. So this will be my 6:28 a.m. 6:28 a.m. at these seconds. Okay. Now if I come to my bucket on S3, if I refresh, I'm going to see the backup I took at 6:28 a.m. Okay, now let me take another backup. Let's come back. Assuming this is at another time, you set a cron job for this backup. So this is next time this backup will run. So I recall the command and hit enter. So you see that the time has changed. So at this time, another backup was taken. So if I refresh, if I refresh, I'm going to get this, okay, at this time, 6:29, okay, so and so forth, so on and so forth. So if I continue again, I will, it's going to be giving me this. So far we've been able to see how we can take, we can automate um using bash script, can automate taking MySQL backup to AWS S3 using batch scripts. So I'm going to end this series here. So in our next series, we're going to see how we can use Jenkins to do all of these and back up our DB from Jenkins to AWS. Thank you so much for your time, and see you in the next series. So before I conclude, so let's see what we did. Cat, sorry. So this was what we did. We had a little script, and we created an IAM user, and these are the IAM credentials. So we pass the IAM credentials as environment variables by exporting the access key and the secret key. Then we created DB parameters, variable using parameters. We created variables using the concept of what parameters. Okay, this is a variable name db underscore host parameter 1, 2, 3. So passing parameters. Then here also created a bucket name using string. Okay, then we assign it a date so that we'll know at what time the our DB backup was taken. Then this is the DB backup string, and we call the variables, and this is the location where the we're taking the backup to. They will now use the AWS S3 copy command to move the backup to our bucket on AWS S3. So that was what we did. Then while running the script, we pass the parameters, give the script values. All right, that's the meaning of variable parameter. So that's for this series, and see you in our next series. Thank you, and have a nice day.